Right, so we actually have returned once again today to actually deliver a stream of Orb on the Moons of the Earth, the anime series. When I thought last time we watched episode 18, which was, like I said, amazing. It was great. It was incredible. It was just two people talking for like most of the episode itself, and it was absolutely riveting. Is that the correct term? It's a very old term. Really brings out my Britishness. And yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see now with Jolenta back what happens next, and also subsequently the actual objective that we have now, what that actually will lead to. So yeah, let me put on Twitter that we actually have gone live before I forget to. I need to go back to the proper screen on Twitch because otherwise I will forget to actually do the link properly. All right, where is it? Anything else happened on Twitch while I've been gone? Twitter, I mean, sorry. Nah. Right. Okay. So Control V. Space. Yeah. Shift. Watching episode. Oh my god! I cannot spot episode 19. Yeah. So off. Really? Son of a. Did I get rid of the tweet? I did. Fuck. Okay. That's interesting. I'll do it again. Control V. Watching. Okay, I got it that time. Right, let me then. Ah, fuck. Jesus. Flashbanged. My god, that was painful. Good lord, what the fuck happened there? Oh, I know what happened. I opened up Google Drive and it blinded me. Good lord. Right, anywho. Let me. Oh, I've got load episode up anyway. Just realised that. Would help. Got a vague idea where this episode will probably end on as well. Very vague, but kind of sort of I know where it probably will be at. Anyway, let's get a show on the road. Start. Oh, I need to actually reset the timer. It starts thing in 3, 2, 1. It starts thing absolutely now. Wait. The smart optimism is completely gone. Like, you know that meme where it says smart optimism gone? Jolenta's that character. One of those things that you could tell, like, from the O, that it's kind of the last living thing she had of them, and now it's been basically burnt to the crisp that she doesn't have them back anymore. That's the last thing she had. It kind of sucks because it has a sentimental value more so than just the value of what will happen next. You can kind of tell that it stings because they're gone effectively now. The only thing that lives on still is the memory of them, and subsequently how Rocket remembers the entire book. Because besides that, we don't have a Kazi or Bedeni left now. It sucks. What's also kind of nice on a slight tangent is Kaiju's out this month. I've been waiting this entire time for this song to come out. They're my favorite band to listen to, and I'm like, bro, can I just have Kaiju at this point? But yeah, at least now it's actually coming out because I listened to all their songs on repeat. I've been listening to Shock for like the last. Oh, has it been 2 years since they released the album? And it's been my favorite song to listen to. I was like, my god, finally! When I found out, so finally, I don't have to loop the opening, just the opening itself. Because the only other band that doesn't release their full song sometimes is Maxim the Hormone, and it sucks because most of the songs I love, and I can't listen to modern songs because they've already released them. So it's actually kind of nice to actually finally have a song I've been listening to on repeat finally come out. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Damn, it's even like the church is like, bro, maybe those ways of doing things are a bit, extreme. I feel like if the church just goes, well, bro, that's actually fucked up. You kind of know you screwed up a little bit. So it's kind of fascinating to actually see like even the church be like, yeah, you know what, maybe we shouldn't be doing this anymore. Like seeing it from the outside perspective, like how people have kind of progressed and actually now, going against the church's like, ways of doing things is one thing. But to see it from internally, see characters from the inside say, yeah, bro, why the fuck are you doing this? Is is a testament to actually like how much like the old way was just a bit too fucked up. And probably if they did things differently back then, they might have maybe the church's like hold on the world might not have been so bad as it is right now. If you know what I mean. Maybe the church's hold might be better. Is what I'm trying to say. That 10% sure is getting places. Also, I guess Rip Potocki as well. Bro's really going through it. Holy shit. Bro is going through it. Poor Noak. Poor most treasured dude in the entire series when you think about it. In a roundabout way. Dude's really living the punished snake life. Shout out to Ken's voice acting. It's just so goddamn good. I wonder if they actually bring him back in the opening besides that one shot of him. Because he's not in the opening anymore when he's walking down with his subordinate. So I'm kind of wondering if they might bring it back now. It's just like, yeah, it's just like my daughter's there's like, bro, about that. Still going. Even though I kind of feel like the smart optimism, like this just happens. This is not there anymore. She's like a husk of her former self. Understandable because let's be real, what actually happened to her? I feel like technically now the only last living person who had the thought process of 25 years ago is Noak. Like he's the last bastion of that ideology. So once he's gone, there's no one left. It's now effectively the world has moved on. And it's quite interesting that technically speaking, he hasn't really technically let go of the past because we know why, even more so. But he still holds on to the necklace. Understatement. Let's be real. Very understatement of the century. Holy shit. My man. Honestly, good lord, this guy's so good. What I'm saying is we need to protect Sudic at all costs. That man's voice is just golden. I believe she now shares the same. I believe now Jolenta shares the same voice actress as Casca from Berserk, if I'm not mistaken. What also kind of like as well, like it's more apparent. It's more apparent, I would say, maybe a little bit later on. Is that it's what it costs to get to this point in time. If you get what I mean, they kind of always focus on Jolenta's tooth, if that makes sense. I know it's really like a minor detail, but if you kind of catch my drift, they kind of always focus on the idea of how much time has passed and what it meant, what it's cost them effectively. On a more on a more serious note, you kind of see the optimism with Jolenta gone. She doesn't really kind of have that smile, that kind of, that happiness, if that makes sense. I will say there is they have actually brought to life older Jolenta really damn well. God damn, this show is so fucking good. God, I love this show so much. Oh fuck. No one does it like Orb does. Oh man, I hate this. I hate this in the manga. It hurts so much. I fucking love this show so much, man. I fucking love it. It's so good. Oh god. Mm. Oh, it's just it don't no one doesn't like Orb does. It's so impressive how good this show fucking is. Like it just those moments make you go, oh man, I could just sit here, I just don't want the show to end. I don't want it to end. It's so good. Oh man. But like I said, what it does do, it does perfectly illustrate the passage of time. Even less so when you can tell, like, yeah, 25 years have passed, but less that idea, but more so in the characters and what's actually happened to them. But it doesn't. It's not like, oh yeah, characters are older. That's not what it tries to show you. It shows you what's happened to them and what's let and how they are like physically and mentally at that point in time. You saw it perfectly with sorry, not Draka, with Jolenta. Like she's just not the same person she was beforehand, and to get to where she is, she's done things that if we saw that where she was beforehand to where she is now, we never expected it from her, because she really kind of, ever really showed that like that side of her specifically. And it's one of those things that goes to show you the lengths one has to go to realize their convictions. And it's one of those things we've seen it. Like we've seen it in this show. Oh shit! I just realized I haven't got anything opened. What was that sound? We've seen it throughout this whole entire show. The convictions of what it does in theory lead a person towards. We saw it with Draka's uncle. Draka's uncle's conviction led to his demise to an extent. If we kind of view it, we don't know what's going to happen to Noak's character, but Noak's character's conviction is to end heliocentrism, the root of all evil. And let's be real, that it's not effectively going to be a smooth sailing experience for him, because it's not nothing like this ever be a smooth sailing experience, because it's not meant to be. And it's one of those things that if you kind of if you it's that idea, if you don't like have that, if you're not willing to fight for your convictions, then then I guess to an extent, like you don't really realize them to that degree. And I kind of feel like Jolenta's character is a perfect prime example of someone who just never wants to give up, and even in the face of everything. And it's sad to see the state she's in versus where she was beforehand. Because again, like I said beforehand, the smile and optimism in her character, I don't think what I said beforehand makes any sense, but I hope it does. The smile and optimism in her life is gone, but it's there's factors involved to why it's gone. It's not just what happened to her when she was younger. What we saw, not what we didn't see. What we saw, it's not just that part of her life, but even the parts afterwards when she says she killed someone and everything like that. It's that whole entire idea. Her whole entire life is shaped and now we're seeing it firsthand. How it's affected her, and it's sad because, like I said, we saw in that scene where she was with Noak in the bar with Badeni and Nkosi. That whole entire scene, she was happy, she was bubbly, and everything like that, and now it's just gone. And it's sad, it's tragic in a way. It's one of those things, and we're seeing it with Noak's character as well. How that he the life that he was the life that I can't say the words now. Fuck, what happened to him when he saw Jolenta die in his own way, because we know she's not dead, but he thinks that she's dead. Like seeing her die really has just destroyed him to that point that he's not the same person he was beforehand either. He still believes the root cause of all evil is heliocentrism. He hasn't gone past that whole entire philosophy. Like I said during the stream itself, he's the last bastion of that ideology, because really no one really ever else shares that whole entire concept of that, we got root out here centrism, because it's kind of, a bit bad, bro. I kind of feel like don't get me wrong, there's people that still believe in the concept of maybe the heliocentrism isn't the greatest idea, but it's not the same degree as it was beforehand. And it's one of those things that it's sad to see how his character's gone as well. And it's one of those things that we don't know where it's going to lead him towards, but I kind of feel like his conviction will lead to his demise as well, because, like Raffle says, you can't get rid of that. It's not going to go away. It's going to always be there. You can't get rid of it. I feel like he's fighting a losing battle. I don't think he realizes that because I feel like I feel like he thinks his divine purpose is to end it. He doesn't believe anything else in life. He just wants to end heliocentrism. That's about it. And it's kind of sad because he could have led a different life had he not really, gone down the route he did. But it's one of those things that now he is where he is now, and also subsequently later on, we'll probably see what actually comes of his whole entire pursuit of that idea as well. Yeah, it's just really depressing to see it. But again, like I said, in her pursuit, she didn't want to give up on her pursuit either. And it's one of those things that her conviction was never. She didn't ever give up really, and it has changed her. It has done a lot to her, but she keeps going and going and going forward. And like I said as well, I kind of feel like in the idea of her publishing that book, it isn't just to get heliocentrism out there. It's also to kind of keep Badeni and Kozi's like life alive essentially because they're dead. No one knows who they are. No one will ever know who they are, technically speaking, in the grand scheme of things. But having that book out there and everything like that will keep them alive in a sentimental kind of way. And it might lead to people kind of changing their view and everything like that. But I kind of feel like even for Jolenta's character, it's just to keep them alive. And I kind of feel like it's a very different way of looking at the whole entire arc itself, and also looking at the high idea of keeping heliocentrism alive. Because beforehand, it was the publishers that actually kind of say that this actually exists and everything like that. Now it's more so of a sentimental value. I kind of feel like that's kind of like the overarching theme for the whole entire arc itself as well. It's a sentimental aspect of the whole entire pursuit as well. It's not just anything. It's not just the one thing. It's more of a sentimental idea, and the same thing I guess kind of applies with Noak's character as well. The sentimentality behind him kind of pursuing heliocentrism and actually getting the root and actually getting rid of it will kind of, I guess, maybe fix the feelings he has towards what happened to Jolenta in his own eyes. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's less so that he's doing it as a divine purpose towards God like it was beforehand. I feel like now it's more so that he feels compelled to out of personal revenge. It feels personal. I kind of feel like it was slowly sort of seeping in during the prior arc where with Akozi and Badeni. Like you could tell it was more personal because it involved his daughter. I feel like now it's even more so because his daughter died as well. Well, in his own in his view, she's dead. But it's one of those things I kind of feel like that it's more of a a revenge tale. It's more of a sentimental pursuit rather than anything else. So my purpose is to remove heliocentrism, but I feel like it's a more divine aspect, if that makes sense. My thoughts all over the place with this series because it's actually quite a lot to actually kind of get down. My brain actually forgets to say certain parts I want to say. But I hope what I said makes sense. That's the main thing. And yeah, I can't wait to see where this show goes towards because I guess we're on the final stretch now. I'm sad. So yeah, we actually have enjoyed this whole entire show as a whole on Twitch, and as always, do leave a follow on Twitch. It does help quite a bit. Leave a like on YouTube, leave a sub as well. Both do help quite a lot. If you haven't enjoyed this whole entire show as a whole on YouTube as well, and as always, do follow me on Twitter as well. It helps quite a bit. Also, you will then know when new streams are live and any other streams I may do as well. So yes, until next time with some more Orb on the Moons of the Earth. I'll see you guys then. Bye for now.